Noon, sa hirap ng buhay, hindi madaling kumita ng pera. Parang imposible ngang makapag-ipon. Humanap ako na mapagkakatiwalaan ng aking pinaghirapan. Kaya't sinubukan kong lumapit sa kanila. And I'm just glad I made the right choice. Kaya mula noon hanggang ngayon, loyal ako sa loyal sa akin. Kaya apo, okay na ang future mo.
Lean on me, lean on me, PNB.
What comes in your mind when you hear the word bank? Pera, money, savings, and interest. Come with us and let's explore the world of banking.
So, ma'am, why do banking?
Of course, banking, it could help us in different ways. Like, ito yung nakakatulong sa atin to save our money. And also, ang bangko kasi is nakakatulong para sa mga tao na gustong mag-loan sa mga employees and sa mga employers. And syempre, dito lahat nangyayari yung mga transactions sa economy natin.
What is the minimum balance to earn interest?
Well, the minimum balance to earn interest in BDO is 10,000 pesos, while in PNB is 15,000 pesos, and in China Bank is 10,000 pesos.
Deposit be treated as matured.
Malalaman mo lang na matured na yung time deposit mo kapag lumagpas na ito sa specific date na binigay sa'yo. Meron lang itong minimum ng 30 days. Tapos, once maturity is reached, the funds can be withdrawn without penalty or it can be renewed and held for an additional term.
Or underage individual can open a bank account?
Yes, they can open an account because we have a specific program for different age bracket, just like for senior citizen and for students.
Our economy couldn't function without banks. By attracting savings and granting credit, banks are the oil for the wheels that keep the economy turning. Without banks, we'd have to pay for everything with cash, which we'd have to save somewhere. That's obviously very risky. Without banks, as a go-between, savers and borrowers would have to find each other personally, and a single transaction between a saver and a borrower would be very costly. Just think of the fees you'd have to pay a solicitor to draw up a contract. Banks also help solve the issue that customers generally want ready access to the money they deposit, while many loans require long-term commitments, such as a 30-year mortgage for financing a house. Banking is all about trust. We trust that the bank will have our own money for us when we go to get it. We trust that it will honor the checks we write to pay our bills. The thing that's hard to grasp is the fact that while people are putting money into the bank every day, the bank is lending that same money and more to other people every day. BDO is a full-service universal bank in the Philippines. It provides a complete array of industry-leading products and services including lending, corporate and consumer, deposit taking, foreign exchange, brokering, trust and investments, credit cards, corporate cash management and remittances in the Philippines. Through its local subsidiaries, the bank offers leasing and financing, investment banking, private banking, rural banking, bank assurance, insurance brokerage, and stock brokerage services. BDO's institutional strengths and value-added products and services hold the key to its successful business relationships with customers. On the front line, its branches remain at the forefront of setting high standards as a sales and service-oriented customer-focused force. BDO has one of the largest distribution networks with more than 1,000 operating branches and over 3,000 ATMs nationwide, including one network bank. Through selective acquisitions and organic growth, BDO has positioned itself for increased balance sheet strength and continuing expansion into new markets. As of 31 March 2016, BDO is the country's largest bank in terms of consolidated resources, customer loans, deposits, assets under management and capital, as well as branch and ATM network nationwide. Philippine National Bank or PNB is one of the country's largest private local commercial banks in terms of assets and deposits. It is a universal bank providing a full range of banking and other financial services to a large corporate, middle market, small and medium enterprises, and retail customers. It maintains significant account relationships as well with the Philippine government, national government agencies, local government units, and government owned and controlled corporations. PNB was originally established as a government bank in 1916 but has been 100% privatized since 2007. PNB is a publicly listed company with a broad shareholder base. Its major stockholder is the Luchutan Group, one of the Philippines' leading business conglomerates. PNB's principal commercial banking activities include deposit taking, lending, bills discounting, trade finance, foreign exchange dealings, fund transfers or remittance services, a full range of retail banking and trust services, and treasury operations. The bank engages in a number of diversified financial and related businesses such as remittance servicing in the United States, Hong Kong, Guam, Italy, Canada, France, and the Middle East. Full service banking in the United Kingdom, Hong Kong, and Japan. Mortgage lending, trade, and treasury, among others. China Banking Corporation, or China Bank, stock symbol CHIB, is the first privately owned commercial bank in the Philippines, which catered initially to the needs of Chinese Filipino businessmen. Established in 1920, it played a key role in post-World War II reconstruction and economic recovery through its support to businesses and entrepreneurs in critical industries. It was listed in the local stock exchange in 1927, became the first bank in Southeast Asia to process deposit accounts online in 1969, the first Philippine bank to offer phone banking in 1991, and acquired its universal banking license in the same year. China Bank offers a complete range of deposit, lending, international and investment banking products and services to corporate, commercial, and retail customers. It also provides capital raising, merger and acquisition, financial restructuring, debt and securities underwriting, securities brokerage, and economic advisory services through its investment house. China Bank Capital Corporation offers bank assurance and insurance brokerage services through its subsidiaries. China Bank Manulife Assurance Corporation, and China Bank Insurance Brokerage Incorporated, respectively, and an array of banking of products and services for the retail and SMEs or small and medium enterprises markets through Thrift Bank subsidiary, China Bank Savings Incorporated. In BDO, the passbook savings features is initial deposit requirement 5,000 pesos. Minimum monthly ADB requirement is 10,000 pesos. Minimum balance to earn interest is 10,000 pesos. Interest rate per annum is 0.25%. In PNB, the initial deposit is 10,000 pesos. The minimum maintaining balance is 10,000 pesos. The minimum ADB to earn interest is 15,000 pesos. The interest rate is 0.100%. In China Bank, the initial deposit requirement is 5,000 pesos. The minimum monthly ADB requirement is 5,000 pesos. The minimum balance to earn interest is 10,000 pesos. The interest rate is 0.25% per annum. subject to 20% withholding tax. In BDO, the checking account features the minimum initial deposit is 5,000 pesos. The minimum MADB requirement is 5,000 pesos. The minimum MADB to earn interest and interest rate per annum has no answer. Dormancy fee is 300 pesos for individual and also for corporate. In PNB, the initial deposit is 10,000 for individual and also for corporate. The minimum maintaining balance is 10,000 for individual and for corporate. The minimum ADB to earn interest and the interest rate per annum has no answer. Dormancy is 1 year for individual and 1 year for corporate. And the dormancy fee is 300 pesos for individual and also for corporate. In China Bank, the initial deposit requirement is 5,000 pesos. The minimum monthly average daily balance or ADB requirement is 5,000 pesos. The minimum balance to earn interest is 20,000 pesos. The interest rate is 0.125% per annum, subject to 20% with withholding tax. How does my money grow? Simple interest is paid out as it is earned and does not become part of an account's interest bearing balance. The invested amount is called principal. Let's say you invest 100 pesos, the principal, at a yearly interest rate of 5%. Multiplying the principal by the interest rate gives you an interest payment of 5 pesos. This is your simple interest. The next year and each year thereafter, you will be paid 5 pesos of interest on the principal of 100 pesos. Compound interest is the interest paid on interest. At 5% interest compounded annually, you will have 105 pesos after the first year. If you keep this investment for another year, you will be paid interest on your original 100 pesos and on the 5 pesos you made in interest the first year. The longer you invest your money, the higher your interest payments will grow, not only on your original amount, but on the additional interest you earn each year. This is what makes compounding interest so powerful. How can a time deposit be treated as mature? A time deposit is an interest bearing bank deposit account that has a specified date of maturity, such as a savings account or certificate of deposit. Funds in these accounts must be held for a fixed term and include understanding that the depositor can make a withdrawal only by giving notice. Banks and other financial institutions can negotiate any maturity term that the customer requests, as long as the term is a minimum of 30 days and interest is paid. Once maturity is reached, the funds can be withdrawn without penalty, or it can be renewed and held for an additional term. Time deposit accounts provide banks the funds necessary to lend money to other individuals or entities. The bank makes a profit by lending the money held in the time deposit account to those seeking funds, charging a rate higher than that being provided to the time deposit account holder.